Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Jason Phillips. He's a Simpson County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, Joanna.
Now, Jason, in the summertime, I know that Simpson County is probably a lot like Warren. We get a lot of calls about, anything from landscape plants to, traditional crops in the field about things going on. And part of our service is to help with that.
Exactly, yeah. One of the services that we offer our local stakeholders, we'll as agents, we'll take a look at plants and try to determine if what's wrong with it. But a lot of times we'll send it to the lab, A, for confirmation, or B, certain pathogens need to be incubated if it is in fact a pathogen and needs to go to the disease diagnostic lab.
Yeah, and they have all kinds of high-powered microscopes where they're able to see things sometimes that our naked eye is not able to see.
Exactly. And some diseases aren't necessarily very don't express themselves where you can distinguish without sending it to the lab exactly what it is.
Absolutely, but that is a free service that's offered through every extension office.
It is.
And so when a grower has, now we have some soybeans here, but it can be any agronomic plant or home landscape plant. Or commercial vegetable. I guess there's all kinds that can come in. But if somebody's starting to see something kind of go wrong, walk me through the steps of some of the things they need to do.
So if I'm a homeowner or if I'm a producer, you may want to talk to your local extension agent about the issue, but if you want to come into the extension office with a plant for them to look at and potentially send to the disease diagnostic lab, then most cases it's best to bring the whole plant when possible. So here we've got some soybeans, and obviously this soybean is not too large. We could mail this. But good that we have the roots. That's important. Even if we had maybe some soil here, we need more than this, but some soil to test, sometimes that's helpful too. I always try to include a fair bit of soil so that they can run a quick pH test to determine if something, with the pH might be coming into play. If someone were to bring in a yellow leaf such as this, that's not going to be a sample that probably I or you can tell what the issue is, or we're definitely not going to be able to send that to the lab.
Yeah.
We need a whole plant so that we can see the entirety of what's going on in the whole, maybe, take that paintbrush and paint the whole picture.
Yeah, and a lot of times I'll ask for people to maybe take photos of the affected area to see if there's any patterns or, something that we can pull out, because obviously sometimes we can't get to the field.
Exactly.
And, if they can take a picture of what's going on, one that kind of like you said, paints the whole picture, and then maybe one a little bit more up close, and bring these samples in, it really helps us put all that together.
Well, a lot of our cell phones this day and age, we don't all pack big cameras around our neck, and we're not all photographers. But a lot of these cell phones that we have these days are equipped with very good cameras. And so that's the main thing, is you might get a shot of the whole field or something that might indicate any patterns going on, but then we need some close photos of the individual plants and what symptoms that they're showing as well, because we want to see that whole picture.
And a lot of times we can send those with the plant sample to help maybe the specialist or the diagnostician be able to help determine what that is.
Yes.
And now there's some information though, Jason, that they need to know as well before they come to the office.
Right. So for example, since we're talking about soybeans, we have these here. You need to be familiar with the agronomic information. So you need to know when you first noticed the problem. You need to know what % of the crop is affected. You need to know what herbicides have been applied, any fungicides, insecticides, fertility rates. So you need to be prepared to answer those questions.
Variety, planting dates, all that information. And if you're a homeowner bringing a tree, there's 3 pages of information that we need for that.
It's pretty extensive. So, you need to be very familiar with your tree.
Yeah, or you can call ahead of time. A lot of times I'll say, there's some paperwork that we have to fill out. Let me send it to you. Because sometimes you'll have to look at that stuff up at your house.
Yeah, that usually works best, especially for trees and horticultural samples that we have to include the additional paperwork. Typically that works best.
Absolutely. Well, Jason, appreciate the information. And if you have questions or concerns about any type of plant, situation, insect, or weed, you can bring those into the Extension office and we'd be happy to help. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
If you have questions about today's topic, please call the Warren County Extension office at the number on your screen. Thanks for watching and have a great day.